illegal. They won't. You will get put in prison if you do that. Okay, and this is showing the Nazi flag, the swastika. Okay, the swastika. And who is this man? Have a look. What do you know about this man? Okay, so because of the economic problems in Germany, Adolf Hitler rose to power, promising to make Germany strong again. Okay, so because of the economic problems, Adolf Hitler came in, and he was really good at speaking. He was really good at that. He came in, Adolf Hitler rose to power and promised to make Germany strong again. Okay, so here we go. How did he do it? So we're going to have a look at the timeline of the Second World War. Listen, the Second World War was a very long war. Okay, it was a very long war, but I'm giving you the main parts only of the Second World War. Have a look. We're going to discuss the timeline of the Second World War. Okay, so let's have a go. So the first thing that happens is Germany invaded Poland. Okay, so Germany invaded Poland, and as you can see, Germany is very close to Poland. It's next door, and as you can see, you've got the German tanks coming down the road, hundreds of them, and little motorcycles with carriages with machine guns on them. And this is the German soldiers, and they are on their way. They are going to attack and invade Poland. That's what's happening here. Okay, so on September the 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. Britain and France declared war on Germany, but actually did nothing. They just said, right, we are at war with Germany. They did nothing. Okay? So on September the 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. Britain and France declared war on Germany, but actually did nothing. Next one. Okay, so, Russia invaded the east of Poland, and Hitler, Germany, and Stalin, Russia, divided up Poland. They agreed. Germany would attack Poland from the west, and Russia would attack Poland from the east, and then they would halve Poland. Okay, the next one. So there's a big war. The next thing is Dunkirk, and this is true. Okay, let's have a look at this. This is the North Sea from mainland Europe to the UK, and little boats truly were being sent for this. Look at Dunkirk. Okay, in May 1940, Hitler invaded France, Belgium, and Netherlands. The British soldiers were trapped on a beach at Dunkirk. Dunkirk is here, the UK is here, there's big North Sea between. They needed to get back to the UK. So, the British had to use every single little boat they had rowed to go get the soldiers. This really happened. Okay, the British successfully evacuated 338,000 soldiers back to the UK to get ready to defend the British island. This was very important. Dunkirk. And next, we've got the Battle of Britain. Here we've got the British Spitfire. This is the British Spitfire, and here's the German planes. So the British planes and the German planes, they they met in what's known as the Battle of Britain. Okay, Churchill told the British people Hitler knows he will need to break up these isles if he wants to win the war. Hitler knew if he wanted to win the Second World War, Germany had to defeat Britain. He knew it. So he focused everything on attacking Britain. He knew. Okay, so Churchill told the British people Hitler knows he will need to break up these isles if he wants to win the war. The British and German airplanes fought the Battle of Britain in the sky. The British won. The Spitfire beat the German airplanes. The airplanes couldn't because the British planes are flying from England. The German planes are having to fly a lot further. Okay? And any German plane that crashes, if the German people survive, they are caught and taken as prisoners. The British and German airplanes fought the Battle of Britain in the sky. The British won. Next one, the Blitz. Have a look at that. That's actually London. Okay, so believe it or not, this is London and this is what's known as the Blitz. And as you can see, a double-decker bus has gone down a big hole. And why? Because of the Blitz. What is the Blitz? Okay, the Germans stopped trying to fight the Spitfire planes. They stopped and started bombing the British towns and cities known as the Blitz. Hitler believed if the German airplanes bombed enough cities and towns and killed enough English people, the English people would say to Churchill, okay, surrender. Okay, so Hitler started telling the German planes, start bombing the cities and towns, so you had the Blitz of the bombs. Okay, so the next change on our timeline is a thing called Operation Barbarossa. Okay, and I can tell you that this is in Russia. So something happened, and these are the German soldiers again, and they are going to Russia in a thing called Operation Barbarossa. Okay, Hitler cheated Stalin and invaded Russia. The Germans had great success at first, but could not take Moscow or Leningrad before the cold Russian winter started. Okay, so Hitler cheated Stalin and invaded Russia. The Germans had great success at first, but could not take Moscow or Leningrad before the cold Russian winter started. That was very important because, as you know, the Germans went to Russia, attacked Russia, and it was maybe fall. But Russia has really bad winters, really bad cold and snow. And the German tanks and the German guns would not work in the Russian winter. They froze up. Next, as you know, I'm sure many of you know this, Pearl Harbor. So have a look at that picture of Pearl Harbor. Okay, so here, as you know, that's the German flag. So obviously the German airplanes, they are attacking, and it's the American Navy battleships in Pearl Harbor. Okay, so I'm probably sure that most of you know about this. So we've got Pearl Harbor. Let's have a look. Very, very, very important. This changed the Second World War a lot. Okay, the Japanese attacked American ships at Pearl Harbor. America declared war on Japan, so Hitler declared war on America. So the Japanese attacked American ships. Okay. Next, these are British soldiers. So you've got the British soldiers here and they are surrendering. It's what they call the fall of Singapore. Singapore used to be a British colony. Okay. And we've got the Japanese soldiers. So you have the British soldiers surrendering to the Japanese soldiers in a thing called the fall of Singapore. The Japanese invaded Malaysia and Singapore, defeating the British Army. Churchill declared this as the worst disaster in British military history. Okay, so this, according to Churchill, who was the Prime Minister of the UK at the time, this, the fall of UK, the Japanese invaded Malaysia and Singapore, defeating the British Army. Churchill declared this as the worst disaster in British military history. Next, the Battle of Midway. Have a look at the picture and tell me, do you know anything about the Battle of Midway? Okay, so once again, we've got the American ships. And we've got the Americans and the Japanese. They're having a very important battle. Very important, and it's the